welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm Matt. I hate to say this, boys and girls, but the cruise is down for the count. I haven't really posted this because, for one, I know you guys are looking forward to the dyno session just as much as I am. However, this is the second time that I've had issues with the exhaust valves being bent by the pistons, and I'm a little stumped as to why that is. Let's go in the office, we'll talk about it some more. When I did the how to install a boost controller video, I was in the midst of tuning the vehicle. It was running great. However, something that I left out was the engine was overheating. And it wasn't because I wasn't getting good airflow or anything like that. When I installed the built engine back into the car, I didn't check my downpipe clearance to the radiator fan, which has always been pretty tight, and we blew a fuse, so the fan wasn't working. And as the thing is sitting there idling, we're not getting any airflow to it. We essentially had a part overheating issue as I'm letting the thing just kind of sit there and idle, and I'm going through the computer adjusting what I've logged data-wise and applying that to my tune to just really dial in the air to fuel ratio. I topped the engine off with coolant. Some coolant came out, which you'll see here, and you can also see here in the install of the boost controller. So I was out and about having fun with the car, was just kind of sitting at idle, tuning the thing, dialing it in, doing my stuff. Noticed it started running hot, so I turned it off, topped her off, did all that stuff. Excuse me. I was just so excited to have the thing pushing 17, 18 PSI that I was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. I think it'll be fine. Let me just drive the car to get some air moving through the radiator. Didn't think to top it off. And sure enough, on this day, the exhaust valves seized up just driving. I thought it was a belt issue again, which it wasn't. That completely ruined my day.
Well, here we are again. It's not the belt this time. It's definitely not the flywheel. I don't know. My phone is dead. Really enjoying driving the car, and just like that, just cut out. I don't know. I've been sitting here for at least 45 minutes now. I don't want to ditch the car. My cell phone is just dead. I'm gonna call a tow truck.
I kind of needed a break from working on the car. I let it sit for a couple of weeks. I was like, okay, not a problem. I'll order new exhaust valves. Here's the exhaust valves from it. You know, obviously these things had seized up and got hit by the pistons. The pistons were fine, however, they did seize up, hit all the exhaust valves. Everything looked cool. Pulled the cylinder head off, got new valves on order, put those in. Took me maybe half a day, put the thing back together, cleaned up the block, cleaned up the head, got these things in, and was just kind of really ready to get this back together and having some more fun with it. Now, therein lies probably the issue, was not being patient. So put the head on, started kind of dialing the tune in a little bit more, and then here, which is the thumbnail of this video, same exact thing happened again. And I imagine it's probably because the cylinder head that I pulled was from an engine that was overheated. So I imagine the cylinder head just needs rebuilding. So I'm going to have to pull the cylinder head, take it to a machine shop, let them go through it, see. I imagine it probably needs new guides in there because they were a little on the loose side. Nothing too terrible, but I want this thing to live. And also, I'm gonna have to do the good old Play-Doh test one more time, just to make sure it's not anything on my end as an engine builder and it's just junkyard crap that I picked up that I probably should have just taken to the machine shop, taken a little more time, and it would have saved me a huge headache of having to pull this head a couple more times. So let that be a lesson to you boys and girls, but we have an awesome solution, kind of bittersweet. Check this out. So I have opened these things up already, but this, ladies and gents, there's always a solution to the problem. We're gonna make this damn thing work. So these are sodium-filled exhaust valves by SuperTech. And I think this will be the solution to our problem. It is meant for our style of engine. However, these things are slightly too long because these are meant for the mechanical style cams rather than the hydraulic. We have hydraulic in the particular engine, so we have to have these things shortened down a little bit, which I'm going to take these to a machine shop and have them shorten it down to the appropriate length, and which I did have to get separate keepers from SuperTech as well. So we have these valves, which took a while, which I know some of you guys want to see more content, but I do have a life, you know, aside from YouTube. These are the keepers. We've got 8 exhaust valves, and what I'm gonna have to do is, oh, by the way, finally got this fixed. That was something else that I had to deal with. New AC unit, and the guys that came to paint the darn thing just threw their paint washout right here. Like, I mean, come on. So what I was saying is I'm gonna have to pull the cylinder head. Ideally, I would love to pull this thing without having to remove all this jazz. I think I might be able to pull these studs, but chances are I'm gonna have to pull the turbo, drain the coolant system, remove the charge pipe, remove the manifold. We'll take the cylinder head off, take it to a machine shop, tell them what we're doing, have them probably punch in new valve guides, and then we'll put everything back together. We'll do the good old Play-Doh test, make sure it's not a clearance issue. I do think it's a heat issue, and in the car having ran a little hot, that those valves were just, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Could potentially be just once those valves heat up, they start to mushroom with all this heat and shit going on. Excuse my French. So we'll figure all that out, whether we need to use a spacer or not. These are locked out. Initially, when I took everything off, this was just fine. We got a fresh belt, and we just need to sort this thing out so that way we can, when we actually do go to the dyno, it's not going to be anything premature taking things off, so we're working out the bugs. Hey Shannon, how many times has the car broke down recently?
How
many times have we had to have it towed recently?
I think 3.
3? No, it was twice. Well,
no, I came to get you. One time we we drove in the thingy. And then there was another time that I came to get you.
Yep. And then there was another
and you were
time.
in a wonderful mood.
It's definitely an experience where you put a lot of work into something and then you have to get a tow truck to come and pull you off the side of the road, which that's never fun, being on the side of a road with a bunch of cars flying by.
5!
Went and had a couple beers at the local watering hole and just was not in a good mood because I've put a lot of time into these videos and trying to make this car work. Is it true or not?
Yes, you have, but you took it all out on me.
I did smack her around a lot that night. How many times did I smack you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I walked into a door.
didn't smack you. I didn't touch you, but...
Bitch, don't walk away from me. What the hell did you just say to me? Girl, stop. Stop. Stop.
Lots been going on. Business is finally fixed. We're also in the process of moving probably everything out of the shop and moving to a new home. We're still figuring that out. So y'all hang tight. We'll get this thing up and going. This is probably going to be a little more informal than anything, rather than showing a how-to or how to do anything. It's been quite the journey. I still have the lovely Kia project over here, in which I was really kind of holding off on doing anything with it until the title came in. Got the title transferred over to my name, and I don't know, I might do a separate video on some of the interesting facts I found out about these vehicles, in the sense that I found a loophole. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to hear about that. But I'm going to patch this thing up and take it to Kia, basically, and they're going to cover it. How much I need to patch it to get it there, I don't know. What are you doing? Watch the hand. Watch the hand. Watch the... Ow! I'm gonna get your tail. I'm gonna get your tail. I'm gonna get your tail. Got him. All right, so let's take a look at what we need to do to this car. Actually, I wanted to get you guys outside and talk to you for a second. So, something else that's been going on is a year ago, I posted about Shannon's health, her developing liver disease, and here lately she's not been able to like really hold anything down. So I've been dealing with that and have really been concerned about her health. So we're just kind of like trying to take actions towards that, but she's very stubborn when it comes to that kind of stuff. And man, I feel like, so she got sick, my dad got sick, was diagnosed with cancer, and now the mother of my children she's been having heart issues for a while, and I've been mentally like soaking that stuff up, in the sense that she needs a heart transplant, which really sucks. She's been having a hard time breathing. The last couple times I've picked the kids up, has been in and out of the hospital, and there's really, at this point, they're kind of patching her up and sending her out, and hopefully she's not watching this, but I mean, she's been really kind of purple. I don't want to freak her out, but she, last time I saw her, she looked purple, like she just wasn't getting enough oxygen. And I'm really, 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 really concerned about that, because I want her to be around, for one. I wouldn't wish someone passing away on anyone, regardless of issues we've had in the past together. But just thinking about the kids growing up without their mom really, really affects me deeply. Get out of my YouTube airspace!
So that's something else that's been weighing heavy on my mind, and the whole car stuff. I love it. I enjoy it. It's good fun. It's a creative outlet. I do have a business to run, in which I think with everything going on, I'm just going to get rid of just the warehouse, and we're moving in. I'm kind of having to plan ahead, and we're moving into a bigger home, like just in case, you know. I gotta consider the kids and everything that's going on in life right now, and make sure I'm covering all my bases. You know, God forbid something happened to my ex, to make sure the kids are taken care of. And there's been some really heavy times going on. So so the plan is, car-wise, I'm not in that big of a hurry. I am going to release a video at least once a week. I'm going to stick to that because I do enjoy this. But more than likely, off camera, I'm gonna pull the head, take it to the machine shop, kind of show you guys the final results. We'll get it back together. We'll kind of Play-Doh it, make sure our valve clearances are fine, get things back together. It's really kind of my own fault because I've been rushing things more so lately, given everything that's going on. So we'll get her back together, and we'll see what kind of numbers she puts down. We'll have some fun. We'll raise some people on the streets. We'll get some reactions. This is quickly turning into just like a straight up, will be a drag car, and we'll get this thing, we'll have some fun with it. So just be patient. Got a lot going on. I appreciate all y'all support. I am putting together a GoFundMe for me. I need it. I personally need it with all this crap that's gone on. I mean, a lot of this has come out of my pocket, and a lot of it's been because you guys have watched and it's helped fund this project. But money is tight given everything that's been going on. So I'm gonna put together a dyno fund, and perhaps fund to kind of help fund doing the machine work and all that stuff, to kind of make it not as stressful towards where I want to put this on the back burner. I want to continue doing it, so I'll leave that link down in the description. I appreciate it as always. Until next time, peace out. Would you peace out?